Hey, what's up everybody? Wednesday morning, shooting a little coaching video for you here, and the topic of the day is how to get better, okay? How to improve your workouts, how to improve your strength, your conditioning, your overall fitness, fat loss, pretty much just how to get better. And this is gonna give you also a little bit of a focus. So the point of this, or the way this video kind of came about in this topic, was talking to a lot of you about how to get better at specific exercises, usually push-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups, things like that. So this is sort of the overarching topic of like, how do I get better at exercises in different ways? And I thought that this was important because a lot of you have been here for a while, and I want to give you things to focus on that will challenge you. And for those of you that are a little bit newer, these are things that you can start to think about as you're training. So what I want to give you is 4 ways to get better, okay? Keeping it simple. 4 ways to get better in the gym. Number 1 is the most obvious one, is to go up in weight, to increase the weight. So you feel your form is perfect, you're solid, everything feels good. All right, let's go up in weight. That's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and that's the one that most of us will think about in terms of like, okay, how do we make an exercise harder? So that's number 1, pretty straightforward. Number 2 is going to be increasing intensity. So what I mean by that is like, make that set harder without going up in weight. So let's say you're doing 10 reps of kettlebell swings, you're using a 24 kilos. So that's a solid weight for you, it's challenging, and it's work. And you can keep your form perfect. So what you wanna do is during that set, like you wanna really fire that weight up, you wanna act as if you're trying to throw that weight forward, you're engaging your core, you're squeezing your body, you're creating tension, and you're just firing that weight up hard. And that set finishes, and you're like, whew, okay, I need a break. And that was work, and that was intensity. Okay, so we didn't increase the weight, but we really fired up the engine of your body. Okay, number 3 is working on the form. Okay, so increasing form, increasing range of motion specifically. So let's use a push-up as an example for this one. We want to go and we want to work on either, let's say you're on your toes. You can do a few push-ups on your toes. How do we make this harder? Obviously, we're not going to add weight to a push-up. We will eventually, but let's focus on getting deeper into that range of motion. Okay, so what I mean by that is like, hey, I can do a few on my toes. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit further down, okay? Then next rep, all right, I'm just gonna try and keep each rep get a little bit further. And then before you know it, you're building strength in a new range of motion, and overall, you're stronger. So that's a great example. Those bodyweight movements are great examples of how to do that in terms of making the exercise harder just by moving further through that exercise itself, okay? So next way to make things harder, and this one's kind of an advanced one, but I wanted to share it, is think about the movement, okay? So we do talk about this a lot, but it takes some skill, because when you're learning a movement, there's a lot to think about. Which muscles to work, when to breathe, all these different things. So what this one involves, thinking about the movement, or thinking about the muscle that you're working, or the muscles, okay? So really zoning in on every single rep, making it perfect, making it challenging, squeezing your body, creating tension, feeling every rep, okay? Not letting your brain drift off, not letting your body start to slow down, just like that mind-muscle connection, like zoning right in, okay? So those are the 4 that, and you can do these things all in one workout, or you can have one thing that you're really focused on each exercise. Or, you know, you kind of think like, all right, this whole workout I'm focused on intensity, or this whole workout, all right, I'm pushing the range of motion a little bit more. Okay, so there's various ways to do this, but the challenge is always there. So now the last little bonus tip is, I've talked about this one before, we want to set a challenge for each workout. So if you can do just what I said, is like, hey, today's my focus on intensity, or today I'm focused on every single movement is perfect, every rep is perfect, or okay, I know I'm doing these 2 or 3 exercises that I've done before. How am I going to make them more challenging? Okay, so you're setting your goal and your intention before the workout starts. So take those tips, use them, utilize them, really think about it. Okay, again, I know it's great to come here and not really have to think. You know, that's kind of like what we say is, hey, you just show up. And that's true. But as you get into your training career, you want to make sure you're always challenging yourself and you're always setting little mini goals, so that way there's always that little win every day. Little win. What did I do? What did I do better? How did I improve? So those are my 4 tips with a bonus in terms of how to improve, how to get better results. All right, so that's all I have for you this week. I will see you guys in the gym.